The steady hum of pumps and streets covered in slimy mud are what's left after the water went down in Lansingburg Sunday evening, and that's plenty of cleaning up for both citizens.
We've been pumping since 9:30 this morning.
And the city. Around dusk, flooding was pretty much under control on 2nd Avenue, but traffic lights were out on 125th and 124th, leaving drivers to decide who goes.
I go downstairs, there's geysers coming out of the street, and I was like, what is going on?
Tonight, people are still talking about the break. It was a 100-year-old 33-inch main that broke Sunday morning, filling 5 blocks in each direction with an estimated 10 million gallons of water. The mayor called a state of emergency.
You look at size and you also look at pressure, and then you look at the age of the main. This is a scary one. This is one that we've been worrying about.
It kept city crews and National Grid busy well into the evening. Firefighters helped pump out dozens and dozens of flooded basements all day long.
Lots of water, just a mess. Disaster.
Right up to the rafters.
John Canister on 5th Ave was one of the worst hit. He still had his power turned off after firefighters finished pumping out his totally submerged cellar. But all he could talk about was the help he received.
Then you got 2 guys down here from the fire department, and these guys have been fantastic, yeah?
Also helping was the Lansingburg Boys and Girls Club. They served as a warming shelter for those flooded out.
There was about 16 families that showed up today, so they did soup and sandwiches.
After everyone left, that warming shelter closed down. The Red Cross is now helping families, and Monday will be another day to fix what's left over after the break. Water service has been fully restored. It was never turned off. The pressure was just reduced. The city says if your water's discolored when it's coming out of your faucet, just let it run until it becomes clear. There is no boil water advisory. Reporting in Lansingburg, Asa Stakel, News Channel 13 today.
It's a post that has ignited Facebook here at home and around the country. The story of a man protesting an illustrated Quran in a Saratoga bookstore, and the store's owner fighting back.
We've had the Quran for decades, as long as we've been in business, along with, many other religious titles and everything else.
Underneath a statue of Thomas Jefferson and a printing press, Northshire bookstore owner Chris Morrow says he couldn't stand idly by after he says a man verbally abused 2 staff members and started internet rumors that the stores were closing.
Bookstores are about free speech and openness and exposure to ideas and information and entertainment of all varieties, and we try to do that without bias.
Morrow's response on the store's Saratoga page went viral, being shared more than 700 times and gathering hundreds of comments. He says the response from around the country has been overwhelming.
We've been getting orders from all over the place just in support of us, and we're incredibly gratified and humbled by that support.
But it's not just the internet that's offering support. The Northshire bookstores in Manchester and Saratoga Springs were packed this Christmas Eve, full of readers who agreed with the store's stance.
A bookstore should reflect all kinds of different values, all kinds of different ideas. If we start censoring what's in bookstores, I don't know what the next step would be.
I mean, there's a lot of fear and negativity in the air, and we can't succumb to that. It makes us small-minded and mean.
Wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder, people were packing in. USA! 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 To see the U.S. women try to take back the World Cup from Japan. And if you wanted to get a seat, you had to get there early.
That's all I've been thinking about all day. It's this final game. It's going to be amazing.
And if you didn't get there before kickoff, the bar had to turn you away because it was so packed. It is insanely packed in here, and fans say every time the U.S. played in this Women's World Cup, it was just like this. Right from the national anthem. People were into it.
Japan loves moving the ball. Quick 1-2 touch. If we apply quick pressure, then we can get on top a goal or 2 and see the game out from there.
And right off the bat came a scoring flurry. 1, 2, 3, 4 unanswered goals in the first 16 minutes. Up 4-1 at halftime, it had people optimistic.
Absolutely, definitely. I think it's going to be 7-1.
And optimistic about the future and popularity of soccer in the United States.
It's been 9
So after 90 minutes, when the U.S. women officially captured their third World Cup in history with a 5-2 score, the lid blew off the beer garden.
It means USA women's soccer back on the map. That's all it means.
Many hoping the win and the whole journey for the team would inspire future players.
Emotional on every level. This is very important for women's sports in general on the whole world front. Like for this amount of people to watch a women's only sport event, it's amazing. It's amazing.
So the U.S. women take the World Cup 5-2, and if you ask anybody here, that's exactly the way it should be. In Albany,